On bottom, not really a lot is happening. Otaka farming really well with all that movement speed, of course, but both of these heroes are too tanky to kill, so they only harass them a bit to keep that Otaka Bloodseeker fast. Now he actually does deal some decent damage to Force, but Centaur Warrunner should be fine. Meanwhile, over on the top lane, Muerta is not, as TICKLES with a long-range right-click, allowing him to start finally hitting the snowball potential of his own. Otaka on bottom lane, not really scared of the Centaur Warrunner, but they are tower diving relentlessly here. Maybe a little bit too relentlessly, as it looks like Force Overstate is welcome, and that is gonna be another kill going the way of SSA Spartan with the Blood Grenade, going 2-0 on that Rubik now. Still has a healing solve. But now TICKLES can start asserting some real pressure to make sure the Morphling has all the space and time in the world to farm. Whereas Narman, with that Lift plus Ritual combo, he's gonna be prevented from charging. And looks like he will make it. But Zeus already has that ultimate, and bam! Not just him, but the Morphling over on top too, who was unsuspectedly morphing back against the Tidebringer harass. 2 kills with just 1 play as well. That is huge, as now TICKLES, who wanted to steal the rune, is gonna die for that. They didn't get the rune as it spawned on the bottom lane, and as they Spartan died for that. So at the very least, Timber also got himself a kill out of that. I'm impressed that he's actually not... Okay, they just want to catch the support on the Wisdom rune, I guess. And they will see Astral. Astral still just running through for the rune. That shot on the mark. Can he outclick them? Nope. Both runes going the way of Team TICKLES. Well played. House, if you come online. If you have a lead and want to commit for it, like, you know, you're feeling like you have a good lead, then it can be rewarded really well. Oh, and Spirit Break will be going down first from that engagement, and immediately after everybody just backs off. Team TICKLES, they bide their time. They say, okay, they mave with the initiation, but that doesn't mean they can't try again in a minute or so.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are falling.
And yeah, that's the Spirit Breaker there, but this time around they actually want a full commit. Out comes the Stampede. They will target Wish, the one all-important kill, but look at Ulm dropping to half health as Kunkka is trying to tank for him with the Blade Mail, but Timbersaw low manages to get out as everybody was focusing that Morphling. That shot will finish the Timbersaw, but in exchange for that, Skylark is going to mid laners, honestly, as far as his pups go, because he always goes for the greediest possible build whenever he has a hero like this used in his pups. Morphling with the X Marks combo will be set up on, is silenced, and we've seen this combo kill people 3 times now already. That will be number 4, Kunkka. He assists from setting up people with the X Marks so far. Wait, TICKLES? What is TICKLES doing here? Enchantress, little deer, this is the wrong forest to be in. She will be shipped down, as that's gonna be a 3k lead for the side of KZ team. Now for, well, this big stack and just another couple of minutes. TICKLES once again killed off, this time around for trying to keep vision over on this high ground and getting found by the Zeus as Kunkka gets charged at by the Spirit Breaker. Does have himself the Blade Mail, but against 3 people, go for this Roche or trying to make a rotation? What's the plan here? Okay, everybody is gonna go back. However, while they take the portal for seemingly no reason, Bloodseeker will just be caught by everyone from the side of Team TICKLES, who are looking to throw that gold lead back in their favor and also just keep the more and the same amount of assists. Plus Bloodseeker, of course, had that giant stack made by his support. Narman will be caught off guard, and in comes the wave to make sure he goes down. Kunkka with the Aghanim Shard trying to put the tempo back. For that he needs a Skull Basher or something of that nature. Skull Basher, maybe an Eye of Skadi. He will ult, force. Got a pipe, runs away, but with the lift as well for the Bloodseeker ultimate, he's just dead. Otaker gets himself a nice little bonus kill. Now that is a hero who you suddenly killed, but I wonder, do the side of KZ team still want to commit? As now Team Tickles have a second life on their Morphling. Bloodseeker wants to, gives himself vision with that Blood Right. Narman will be caught trying to teleport out of there. Can he make it? Yes, he can. With the final right click, just barely not connecting. Yukal not able to get out, so it will be one pick of nothing else. But everybody else still entirely ready to defend. Whereas Narman gets waved back by the Kunkka. Kunkka still frontlining, managed to hit 2 torrents in a row on the Spirit Break, and that will be enough. Alright, that's one for the side of KZ. Team Tickles, I think now they need to be really careful around there. Morphling second life, so much for that, oh my god. Centaur Warrunner, his Blink Dagger was like still half a second or something like that, because I thought it was gonna be ready initially. And I think he was standing on the sidelines just spamming clicking his Blink Dagger like. And Skylark manages to get a kill on. Kunkka gets initiated on by 3 people. Rubik trying to go for the save, but all that allows for is a Shiva's Guard. As a Spartan will get to teleport away. And smoke from the side of Team Tickles. Skylark doesn't know what's happening. Well, Rubik most certainly doesn't. So he just keep giving him that Linken's in order to try and keep Wish safe. Because Wish is still super rich, and he has an incredible amount of damage output. Trying to escape the Spirit Breaker. Use not exactly the fastest of heroes. Will be killed off. A Skylark hit after hit to his face, but he is going to be fine as well. Centaur Warrunner, however, isn't gonna be fine at all with Bloodseeker having the bash and just too much damage available for him. Still looks to go for more. Because Olnit, he is an absolute raid boss when he actually gets a good catch on people. Like that Muerta Astral manages to buy a little bit of time, but a little bit of time is all you will get. As now Otaker, with the BKB, still able to run on out of there.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's...
They wave back the Morphling and it almost kills Otaker, not quite though. As Morphling realizes with the X marks on him, he has to get himself back. Will be saved with an Eels from his team. Nice heads up play from the side of Team Tickles, and they do force the Muerta buyback. Make Centaur Warrunner bleeding is going to be fine despite everything. And well, Spirit Breaker catches Kunkka. Kunkka nuke down Bloodseeker. Oh my god, they will find him. Lorenov with the Blink Dagger reveal will get the Bloodseeker down. That is Otaker hitting the floor, ladies and gentlemen. The one kill that, well, one of the 2 kills, because use was also really important. If he would have died, it would have been almost as still nobody is dying. KZ team, actually Lorenov is slowly dying, but there is that Wind Waker. What a freaking game. Timbersaw wants to go onto Kunkka. Kunkka with the giant saw blade being chopped doan. As is a Spartan as well as Wish are going to both die as well. Spirit Breaker ticks down and will be going down as Astral has fallen to Morphing, and now Otaku dies the first time. He still has a buyback. Will immediately use that buyback. The last hooray for the side of KZ team. As I'm afraid they just waited too long with stopping this Morphling in their tracks. As the final tier 3 of the game is about to fall. And KZ team, they tried, but at the end of the day, all that really happens is they gotta watch the game fizzle out. As they didn't manage to facilitate the aggression, or maybe not. If they can get Force here, it would be a start. Force on the Centaur will actually be killed. But it's not really the kill they need. They need Ultimate on the Morphling most of all, who still doesn't even have 6 but 7 seconds left on his BKB. And as they Spartan try to get some vision up that high ground, but will be gone on for that. A Spirit Breaker wants to catch somebody, doesn't quite keep the vision. Going to group up with them.
Dire are scanning.
Ooh, and a perfect scan into his use ultimate. But that means this use ultimate, it doesn't deal damage, and it just gives them the vision that the team fight is coming anyways. Kunkka waves everybody back home except for the Muerta Astral with the BKB still alive. But Morphling has that refresh orb, has the double BKB, and doesn't really care for the fountain anymore. Come here, Wish, he says. Come here, Astral. Walking out of the fountain like it's nothing, and GG gets called. Yeah, I was afraid this would be happening. It took Team Tickles quite a while. They did just make this game really, really boring to watch, not as a projectile into the enemies. Spartan a bit, but really just to harass and make his life more miserable. Ooh, fortification, and now the aggression starts with a blood grenade as well. Spectre throws the dagger, will be able to get out of there. But look at that damage, they are just slowly but surely dealing. Vacuum to try and catch SSA Spartan, who will use all of his resources to heal up. Spirit Break is still on top of him, and that will be the first blood going the way of Narman. Now this offlane is kicking off like they were hoping to. Force already got the mana boost, so they also just have resources available whenever they need to dive more. Otaker, he can't do anything because he's a melee hero. He'll ignore them and just get that last hit, spend his money before dying. That's really the best he can do. And Dark Task puts down a ward to block the camp, and
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We'll just try to mess with the enemy's pull, but there's the instant D-ward as a Spartan gets pursued by everybody, including that Spirit Breaker with an Iron Shell on him once again. Lorenov takes the kill this time around. 3 kills lead with the game.
Radiant's bottom
As for the end, level 2 enchant, just looking for the maximum creep army, but in this case it will be used as a slow to keep the Spectre in place and allow for just another easy kill. Spectre Dragon Knight, meanwhile, I think with the ultimate Wish, what he wants most of all is to finish this mid tower as early as he can, or at least pressure it slowly, because you don't want to TP somebody just because Dragon Knight is getting in one right click on the mid tower every couple of seconds with the dragon form, but the damage over time that does will add up. Narman, man fighting into SSA Spartan, he does get an Iron Shell, no bashes though, that is unfortunate, and is trying to kite around the end, who skills 1 point, and then Pete is now finally, and SSA Spartan does not manage to deny himself to Carlos, will take the kill, will walk away. Like, this is what her being supposed to be counterpicked looks like. And it's still 0 deaths and 3 farm. As I say, 0 deaths though, they will get a 4 people jump on Naga Siren, and that is just gonna be the kill. And something that X is really, really happy with. It's now kind of starting to no longer flow for the side of Team Tickle, because the Spirit Breaker Darkseer haven't been going for any more kills. Maybe this Tusk they scouted out could be a target. In comes the Spirit Breaker charge. Dragon Knight, however, in position to counter, and so is Otaker, as Narman instead gets addressed with that Spectre ultimate, and KZ team pulled back to a... In this case, it works kind of like a nuclear weapon, with everybody who has it just threatening to use it but never really using it, and the vacuum wall is there to try and defend the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker with the mech, he gets healed up. Darkseer, however, will be caught, will be killed off, while Narman runs for his life. Still a great defensive vacuum wall combo. Looking to pick up a Midas for himself as well, so even more late game scaling for the side of KZ. Narman will be killed off, and now we're in ownage territory, just 14 minutes into the game. It looks like I may be getting myself that game number 3 after all. Spectre to hit the Spectre with, which is something that Darkseer is quite good at. Over on the mid lane, they will commit the haunt after X catches the puck together with the Dragon Knight, just to make sure puck actually goes down anymore. Just the gold generation from this Naga Siren is what's slowly but surely setting them back. Narman looks to charge onto the Tusk, but will be taking a lot of damage to the face. Out comes the Vacuum Wall combo from the Darkseer, who can still frontline with that Iron Shell and all of his illusions. A nice follow-up ultimate from the Spirit Breaker, as Tusk will be chained up and will be killed off eventually with that Dragon Knight illusions damage over time. Just one kill for actually do something instead of dying in one hit is why you buy it for, not the strength necessarily. And you also get a ton of attributes making you tankier from the Manta style. TICKLES will be found by the Axe to initiate with the Badland follow-up, and a nice little stun keeping Narman at bay for now. Puck with the Dream Coil and the Witchblade, however, will kill off Astral in exchange, making it 1-for-1 for the time being. Otaker able to teleport out of there. Naga Siren. The smokes are gonna clash with X, initiating straight up the high ground first after getting a little bit of vision. Finding 2 kills immediately thanks to a great BKB call. TICKLES has to run for his life. Out comes the snowball onto that poor little deer, which will just be slaughtered. If everybody on the side of Team TICKLES is willing to die for them, to make space for their carry, then that's a sacrifice that could actually be very much worth it. Naga Siren forces out the BKB from the Dragon Knight and will still just be walking out of there. Spectre now haunts into the Naga Siren, but Naga Siren is like, what? What? You want to hear a beautiful little song? I got it prepared just for you. Buys even more space. Naga still getting snowballed after, and that is a mistake from the Tusk. Any last words, man? Takes them a while to kill him. Actually, nice counter initiation from the Axe. Puck drops a good Dream Coil onto 3 people, but they don't have anything to deal with that frontliner just yet. And that's the issue. Naga Siren isn't going to get anything except more and more physical damage against an Axe who has 7 freaking armor called. 3k lead for the side of this badass of an Axe now. But most of the gold is actually on Wish. Wait, no way he's gonna have that end. Yeah, there was actually a Dark Willow coming in, my bad for the camera work there. I didn't see that Dark Willow was coming in through that Fiend's Gate, but neither did that Enchantress. So it's gonna be one more kill, and with it 1,000 more gold for the side of KZ, whose Spectre is still just flash farming, looking for a Manta style of her own. So then Spectre can send illusions to depush the Naga Siren's illusions, as it's just gonna be a battle of everybody summoning a ton of stuff. Over on top lane, a hard commit onto the Tusk with a Dream Coil, and a few more right clicks are eventually going to do him in. Neat little pick off there for the side of Team TICKLES, and it looks like Darkseer finally. He's got that Blink Dagger queued up. Get that Blink Dagger, get the Aghanim Scepter after, and then you're finally able to actually beat the Z team. Got a 70% chance of ending that from what Dota is saying. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Everybody on the bottom lane is looking to come in and look for a pick-off. They will see a Darkseer. They will not quite catch the Darkseer just yet, but there's the stun from the Dragon Knight. Enhance the Spectre. Naga Siren there with a perfect song to stop everybody from fighting. Vacuum Wall onto 3 people with the Iron Shell, with just everything committed. Spectre with Dispersion actually returning a lot of the damage to the side of Team TICKLES, who need to be careful. Spirit Breaker, however, with the charge gets another kill, but eventually Team TICKLES are going to lose their Bara. Astral gets poked away by the Enchantress, while Naga Siren locks down another one. SSA Spartan hitting the floor, all the while Wish walks out of there with just a sliver of HP, and probably just very happy that he survived through so much onslaught with this. Axe gets the jump on an Enchantress who, with Spectre, shadow stepping in and revealing that Manta Style will just be killed off.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
As Naga finally caught by Wish with that Aghanim Scepter as that big black dragon looking to run down the Naga Siren, defend himself with the Manta Style while that is going on. Naga, however, just leaves him some illusions while everybody is slowly chipping away at Wish. This man, he looks too tanky to die, but is that really the case? They do drop the wall on him. Dark Willow with the Terrorize tries to defend, but Tusk will just be killed for that instead, as Wish with the BKB and the Black Dragon makes it out of there. But Axe, forced to press his BKB really early into the fight, not allowed to teleport thanks to the Spirit Breaker ultimate. Skylark will just be going down, as Force just keeps the BM up. I can understand, it's very easy to trash talk if you're being given the darks here. If you get drafted, such a good hero matchup, I would be hitting that all chat too. Get in the enemy's heads, win the mental game. But now it looks like KZ team actually 6k behind, and the Turkish team may actually end up losing once again in a very similar fashion to game number 1 with 50-60% goal as Dragon form, right? And knowing that Team Tickles are looking to smoke up, and Shadow step to try and get the initiation on the Spirit Breaker instead, who is low health, and forces the Spectre to Shadow step back still, meaning Dark Willow has been caught out and will be ran down by the Naga Siren, as we get a pause once again after, and we get another after as well. Darkseer, he is having so much fun. That makes some sense. Three-man smoke. One kill lead for the side of KZ still, but that doesn't stop the Naga from running illusions at their buildings, and Spirit Break from running at the Spectre, who the puck already slowed up. Spirit Break will be killed off with the call from the Axe. Skylark with the Blade Mail returning a lot of damage, will press the BKB and lock down the Naga Siren in place, but puck doing damage to the backlines as well. Naga Siren will go down, however, and the wall is zoning the rest of KZ team back, as it's gonna be a 10k gold lead for the side of Team Tickles now. Enemies are near that Roche pit, however, while KZ team are coming towards the portal. Little do they know, the enemy is approaching them from the bottom lane with Spirit Breaker already having scanned out the Tusk, and Dragon Knight being caught on the sidelines. One-man wall once again from the Darks here, who's now just looking to blink punch somebody of importance. Darkseer, you gotta use that punch on the Spectre. What is he doing? Spirit Breaker about to go down. In exchange passes a Spartan, but does manage to heal back up and press that BKB as well. And there's that punch on the Spectre. Okay, so now Spectre's gonna be delivered a ton of damage by herself, while Dark Willow goes down as well. Tusk, bot back, came into the team fight once more, but he is once again almost gonna die while his Spectre just falls, and Wish has to run away despite having pressed that BKB, as the BKB now about to wear out, and Naga Siren catches up to them both, goes for a perfect route with the punch from the Darks here to make a Dragon Knight illusion as well. 18,000 gold lead now once again for the side of KZ team, who are just gonna run into the Roche pit to try and eliminate KZ from the tournament here. As KZ, definitely a scary team when they play their signature aggressive run at you Dota, but thanks to the angle of that initiation, they were just so unfortunate. That's gonna make it a full team fight, a team wipe in hindsight, with the Axe already having respawned, but just not. Over on top, Puck wants to go support hunting for a bit. Dark Willow at about half health. Puck manages to escape the call from the Axe, dodges the terrorized, kills off Astral. Now the Naga Siren is there, knows full well Skylark is the only one alive. Skylark still being chased by the Puck, who's just looking to harass them throughout his BKB. With that BKB, Axe manages to get close to the fountain. Will they dive him? No, not quite. I would have gone for the dive, because you know he's the only one alive, but the person respawning is Spectre, and Spectre can actually punish people for fountain diving really hard with dispersion especially. If it's even if it's only the slow. Naga Siren goes for an ultimate on the Spectre to set up. There's the Darkseer wall already committed, just to make sure you have the maximum amount of Spectre illusions to counter the Spectre with. They come in with a great defensive snowball, but Spectre is still ticking down, and Tusk was just instantly meat grinded to so many freaking Naga Siren illusions, as well as 3 or 4 Spectre illusions that Darkseer just casually makes like that. And Dragon Knight also has some illusions to try and fight back. He is just going to be punched, and Chantress tries to force herself away from Skylark with the BKB, but Skylark's BKB, it lasts for a while. However, now the slow from Darkseer will allow him to get out as he cheeses. Makes sure his puck can walk back as well. Naga Siren with the illusions doesn't want to let up right now, because you got that Aegis, why the hell would you? Dragon Knight gets an illusion made of himself once again, and with those Darkseer punches, he goes down. Spectre comes right in there after a buyback. Otaka, he needs to get out. He cannot possibly die back here. 2-man Dream Coils as he might, as Axe already dead to the right click from the puck. Darkseer jumping forward, giving puck a bit of a full restore, as they're trying to keep KZ camped in the base. Down. Spirit Breaker runs into the Spectre. Spectre gets punched away, will take hit after hit to the face. Axe goes down, Spirit Breaker now goes down, and the Ancient as well. Naga will find an ultimate setup for that, but the problem of the Naga Siren is she is being ignored while everybody tries to kill off her teammates, and double buyback comes out from the Spirit Breaker plus Darkseer combo, while Naga Siren decides, you know what, maybe it's better to first go for those Mega Creeps while Spectre is dead for 100 seconds now. Died back, and this is definitely going to be the Mega Creeps, if not the game, from the looks of it, for the side of KZ team. Axe doesn't catch the call onto puck, and having missed that call, Skylark just needs to BKB and run out of there, but with the Dream Coil still gonna be stunned for most of his BKB duration. All the while Tusk gets mauled down. Axe with one more punch is gonna go down. The courier goes down. GG gets called, as it's I'm not even gonna call it a good game from Team Tickles, other than from the Naga Siren. Naga Siren did a really good job.